There are many stories in this world of ours. Stories about love, tragedy, friendship, fear, faith, and so on. Each of them usually has some lesson to teach, a moral, as you say. But most only gobble them up and accept them as they are, as simple stories and nothing more. People don't try to find themselves in these tales, nor do they figure out the meaning of their core. But oh well, this is not what you're here for, of course. Boys and girls and everything in between, I give you a story of hope. Let me challenge you to think and understand the heart. Once upon a time, in a world of my own, a little girl came to life. Alongside her was born a great potential of magical power. And from the very beginning, she had powers to bring happiness upon others by showing them everything she saw. Her mother and father, people with no magic whatsoever, were filled with joy, so much that they've called their talented daughter their little princess. The girl was happy. And so, her parents spoiled her with lots and lots of opportunities. Many things to do, many gifts, books, and toys. Of course, the girl was so excited with all of this. And she did not lose a second to have fun and enjoy learning everything she had a chance to learn about. So much that once she was old enough, she was so excited to go to magic school, so she could learn more about her powers and a little bit of everything else. As one would guess, she was exceptional in her studies. Who wouldn't be with all that spirit and motivation to learn, to explore, to become great? Of course, the little princess knew of her extraordinary capabilities, and she knew from the bottom of her heart that she was destined for something grand. But
she thinks she's so smart, huh? Why is she even here? She's so weird. I mean, her parents aren't even magic users. Was she adopted or something?
You think that's weird? She only likes to study and nothing else. She sounds kind of boring to me.
No wonder. She likes to show off her powers every time she gets the chance and thinks she's better than everyone else. Not to mention she cries and whines about every little thing. Things that don't even matter.
a lot of innocent whispers and rumors were floating around in the air. But our great princess didn't really pay any heed to them. They weren't people that she wanted to please anyway. Because as long as her parents were proud of her and loved her, she was content and happy. But that wouldn't last for much longer, as her parents' expectations grew with their demands.
No, you can't be a singer. It's a waste of time. Just go clean your room.
No, don't listen to that story. It's not proper for you, and I don't like it.
No, you're not old enough to help yet. You're just a child.
No, don't leave the house wearing that. Put on something more pleasant.
No, stop it. This is nothing you should be crying about. You shouldn't cry.
So, the girl decided to do everything her mother and father asked of her. It didn't matter what or how tired she was. On top of that, she wanted to keep her position as the top student in her class. She needed to prove to her parents that she was worth all the love they gave to her. After all, she didn't want to be abandoned. Unfortunately, she couldn't keep up. Flaws were pointed out, mistakes were piling up. Years passed, and laziness became the usual complaint. Bad grades, daily yelling, and her magic was of no use.
What am I doing wrong?
She asked.
I'm trying my best. I really am. Why? Why am I still like this?
For a long time, she asked herself the same exact question without ever getting an answer. Not once things got better. No matter how hard the girl tried, her family wouldn't let themselves be satisfied and became mad at her often. And so, the girl came to a realization. Nobody cared for her. She did not even have a single friend. Her mother and father were too busy to take care of her. She was all alone, by herself. This filled her with wrath. She was trying so hard to be noticed and be loved by everyone. Why couldn't anyone see that? Why? The princess cried every night from how underappreciated she was and how lonely she felt. And since nobody was impressed with her magic skills anymore, she decided she had nothing else to show. Nothing that made her special. Because she finally understood, and understood well, that she was just a simple puppet, a toy made to entertain. And because she was not entertaining anybody, she decided that it was not worth it anymore. It was time to end it all. Time to cut her strings. There was nothing left for the girl. She was not a princess. She couldn't bring joy to anyone's life, not even to herself. She didn't even feel alive. And it was then that the girl gazed upon a bottle of poison, right there next to her. And so she picked it up and she broke.
What are you doing?
Her own shadow asked.
What's the point? I don't have anything left. I'm just a doll.
The girl answered.
Don't kill yourself, you moron. Why?
The girl asked. After all, there was no more hope left in her life.
Because you were too focused on making others proud of you to notice that they don't matter. Stop worrying about them. Better yet, stop being their puppet. But I don't know how to be anything else,
said the doll, since all she wanted was to please.
You were damaged. They hurt you, ignored you. They didn't even show a speck of worry for you. They're the ones to blame for making you feel like this, and only them. They don't see that you're destined for something great. They don't see the potential. But you know who does? You. You know yourself better than anyone else. You worry about everything you do, and you've hated yourself for disappointing your puppeteers, even when you weren't to blame. So, what am I supposed to do with that?
The poor girl asked. What other solution was there aside from disappearing?
Become your own puppeteer, of course. So that way, every time you fail, you know for certain that it's your fault, and only yours, not theirs. And you do believe yourself to be great, right?
Yes.
So stop worrying about others. They don't see the real you like you do, yeah?
Yes.
Show them that you don't need them. Step over them if you have to. Become like you are supposed to be. Yes. Don't even worry about being a goody two-shoes. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. You have the entire world to explore. Make everyone regret everything they did and didn't do to you. Then I'll just make them bow down to me,
she finally declared.
Yes! I'll make them see how great I am, and make them praise me for my skills and magical power. Yes! As you said, I'm not a puppet. I'm the puppeteer. And I'll pull the strings to become the princess that I deserve to be. I'll even cast a spell while I'm at it, and make the entire world love me.
I've been hiding myself all this time, waiting for someone to care about me, to notice me.
But now I know all that was a waste. I'll become the me I was meant to be, no matter what, and nobody is going to get in my way. If they do, well,
it's their own fault for what's coming to them. All this because nobody cared for her. Nobody was there for her in her worst moments. Nobody took notice. She was, and still is, suffering, but she has gotten tired of not doing anything. Why bother being a good person and wait? She stopped caring about what others would feel about her actions. and did some awful things to them. There's no turning back now. And her magic? She used it to show everyone how hurt she was, and made them suffer the same way until they gave up and knelt down before her, the princess. Couldn't this all been really avoided? Was there really no way to help her? To save her? If only someone was there for her, to listen to her pleas and cries, maybe she would have... Well, I did say that this was a tale of hope. But unfortunately, I don't have time to get to that part. But remember, even if the best of the people crack and shatter to tiny pieces, they can still pick up those same pieces and build them up again. After all, you must have faith, right?